Sports, sponsored by Fatty's Pub and Grill, the official pre- and post-game headquarters of NIU Athletics. Kishwaukee Community Hospital, Health, Heart, Home. American National Bank of DeKalb County, we'll be there for you. And the Village Commons Bookstore. For all your Husky clothing and souvenirs, log on to vcbs.com. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Inside Husky Sports here at Fatty's Pub and Grill in DeKalb. A very loud and raucous crowd here at Fatty's Pub and Grill, and for good reason. The Huskies were victorious this past weekend when they entered into Big Ten country and knocked off the Boilermakers of Purdue by a 28-21 score. Coach, congratulations on a great win for the Huskies. You call that a boneyard win whenever Northern Illinois defeats a BCS opponent, and really the game was probably a little bit more in Northern's favor than the score would actually indicate. You guys really got after the Boilermakers from the very beginning.
Well, the kids really played hard. They really did. I was very proud, and it all started with the defensive unit and putting a stop to their running game. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we were able to run the ball. And when you can stop the run and you're able to run it, good things are usually going to happen. And, we had a few miscues. We had a couple turnovers and hadn't missed a field goal and didn't play as well in the special teams we'd like to. But at the end of the day, we got to win, and that's what counts.
More impressed with what the defense did. The Boilermakers came into the game leading the Big Ten in just about every offensive category. They had the nation's leading rusher in Ralph Bolden. You held him to 67 yards on the ground.
No question, and our defensive coaches did a great job. Our kids followed the plan. We fitted good against the run game, which is so important, and didn't give them big plays. So it was a good day on the defensive side of the ball, and it was a good team victory, and we just need to pick it up in the special teams a little bit.
Well, let's hope we can keep that momentum going, but a great win for the Husky Nation. We'll take a look at the happy highlights here at Inside Husky Sports. We'll have comments from the players after the game, and then we'll have a couple of players join us here on the stage at Fatty's Pub and Grill. We'll have Alex Scuba and Landon Cox join us here. All this and more coming up on this afternoon's edition of Inside Husky Sports. Stay tuned. Inside Husky Sports, sponsored by Stadium on West Lincoln Highway in DeKalb. We're back at Fatty's talking Husky football with the head coach Jerry Kill. As we mentioned, the Huskies winners over the Purdue Boilermakers 28-21 this past Saturday. And Coach, the team, a great preparation on both sides of the football. One of the things that I was most impressed with was that the team came out. The last two games we started were night games, and we played on artificial turf, on field turf. This was a game that actually kicked off at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you played on natural grass. Was your preparation before the game any different than you do for the night games?
Not really. We didn't get to go through our walkthrough in the morning, but we spent a little bit more time in the evening time. But our kids were very well prepared, and they handled the situation. I think we would druther, if I had my druthers, if you play that early, you don't have to lay around all day and worry about it. You can get out, bed, get playing, and get going. So in some ways, I think our kids liked it, and I think most kids like playing on natural grass.
I think Husky fans might have liked it too, because it gave them that much more time to celebrate the victory as they were heading back to DeKalb from West Lafayette. Well, let's take a look at the highlights from West Lafayette. It's the Huskies and the Purdue Boilermakers from Ross-Ade Stadium. Coach, we've been blessed with some wonderful weather here these early weeks of the 2009 football season. Huskies would get the ball on their opening drive and moved right down the field.
It was a great throw and catch, and great job on Marcus Lewis getting open, and a good throw by Chandler.
Unfortunately, the Huskies would have a turnover on that possession. This is their second possession. And you mentioned we had some struggles in the kicking game. Traditionally, we're very good in that area, Coach, but this was not very good. A 62-yard punt return for a touchdown that gave the Boilermakers the early lead.
Well, the bottom line is you got to keep leverage on the ball. You got to keep it inside you. The punt was too low. There was many mistakes on that punt team, but I can promise you those will get corrected.
Of course, Coach Kill is the special teams coach, so you can be assured that those will get corrected. But the Huskies bounce right back. This is our next drive late in the first quarter. That's Miko Brown with the 8-yard gain off the pass play. This is early second quarter, and there's Chad Spann. I tell you, we get in that red zone. Chad Spann comes into the game, and he can smell the goal line.
He's doing a great job, you know, getting in the end zone and just has a way of getting in there.
We talked about the defense, Coach, and here you see the swarm of Huskies, or I guess the pack of Huskies, going to the ball, throwing their outstanding tailback, Ralph Bolden, for a loss.
Here's another good throw and catch. We went empty and got Nate Palmer one-on-one with the linebacker. And
he almost broke that one.
Yes, he did. Good execution. And Landon Cox did a great job blocking. And then Miko's got that famous drag leg where he looks like he's going outside, makes a good vertical cut. And Chandler runs pretty well, too. I told Miko he almost caught him.
Chandler and Martell, more than the closest guys to Miko were his own teammates, so that's the way you like it. 67-yard, a career-long touchdown run for him, and the Huskies go ahead 14-7, and then, you know, Purdue had some troubles in the kicking game as well.
Well, they did. We knew that they had trouble holding on to the ball in the pass, and so we talked about it, but it was a good execution. Here's a great throw and catch. We went unbounced line on him and caught him with the tight end over there, and a nice throw and catch there.
Harnish to Reed Cunningham, filling in for the injured Jason Shepler. He did a great job. 21-7 at halftime. More great defense. This is DJ Perkle, all fired up, throwing Bolden for a loss. Huskies on the move once again. This is a tough throw and a great catch. I'm telling you, Marcus Lewis had a career game.
He had a very good game and good throw and catch and kept a drive going.
And, of course, we're down knocking at the door once again, and that means it's Chad Spann time. His second touchdown of the afternoon, his 7th on the season, and that extended the Huskies' lead to 28-7, 28 unanswered points, but the Boilermakers come right back.
They did, and they caught us here, and they made a good play, and those things happen sometimes, but we bounced back pretty good. Joey
Elliott can move pretty good for a sizable quarterback. But again, as you mentioned, the Huskies did bounce back. This is fourth quarter action. On the wheel route, you got Chandler Harnish going 41 yards to Kyle Scarb.
Kyle's been very productive, you know, for us this year out of the backfield. And here we, you know, get a normal chip shot, and, you know, Mike's a great kid. And came off the field, I said, hey, was it the hold snap? He goes, no, I just missed it, Coach. One of those things. And here they come back and score, and they're back in the football game.
Yeah, 28-21 now, and I was on the sideline there, Coach, and I was getting a little nervous, but this may be the play of the decade. A fake punt at our own 16-yard line late in the game, Coach. A heck of a call.
Well, you know, it was good execution by our kids. We work on it, you know, constantly, and good communication from Coach Salvell. We actually had three second-team players in at that time. So good execution on the kids' part, and it was a big key in the game because we didn't want to punt the ball back with them, you know, back to them because of the momentum of the game. And we felt that, you know, if we did make it, at least we go into overtime. But with the momentum, we didn't want to give them the ball back. That's the honest truth.
Well, that last minute and a half or 2 minutes, Coach, were very, very nerve-wracking. It seemed like it took a half hour, and I think it did actually take a half hour in real time. So there you see the final stats. Once again, a dominating performance by the Huskies. But look at those third down conversions, 8 of 19, and the time of possession, 41-14. It's hard to have any offense when you don't have the ball, and you kept it out of Purdue's hands.
Well, I think that was a big key. You know, possession time, we controlled the football game. You know, started to get away with, you know, get away from us a little bit there in the fourth quarter. But the bottom line is I think that, you know, for the most part, we executed pretty well, and we played hard. We still got to learn to play smarter. We could be a really good football team, but we got to continue to grow. We still make too many mistakes. But the good thing is that kids kids have a tendency to learn a lot better after a win and pay attention to their mistakes. So hopefully we'll grow from this, and we got to continue to get better. I mean, it's a tremendous win for our program, for the fans, and those kind of things. But again, you know, it's over with, and we got to go the next week.
Hey, this is only week 3, Coach. We've got 9 more games, hopefully more than that, left in the season. So plenty of football left to be played. We're going to talk to some of the players. We have stepped outside of the locker room there after that game at Purdue. We'll hear what some of the Husky players had to say following that victory right after these. Stay tuned.
So far, it has saved us over $70,000.
When we go to purchase something, we always think of Direct Buy first.
If you live on the East Coast, West Coast, or anywhere in between,
Zach, go to Air One Wireless.
In Joliet, at Essington and Caton Farm Roads, plus locations in Morris, Diamond, Lockport, and Plainfield.
Welcome back to Inside Husky Sports. We're talking about the Huskies' victory over the Boilermakers of Purdue. 28-21 was the final score. Coach, you know, you read the headlines in the local newspapers, and they were saying, you know, Huskies in a shocker over Purdue, an upset. But talking to the players, and I know the coaching staff, you know, you went into this game expecting to win. You go into each game expecting to win. That's the way you got to play it.
Well, that's pretty much how I've been raised. You know, if you're a competitor, it doesn't matter who you play. To me, you got an opportunity. And if you prepare and you plan and you work hard and your players buy into that plan, I believe you can do anything. And so, you know, I felt that way going in Wisconsin. It just didn't work out, and I probably didn't do a good enough job of selling the players. But I believe success comes with preparation. And as long as you prepare, it gives you the opportunity to win. Doesn't guarantee it, but it gives you an opportunity.
Well, obviously, the players were very excited after that victory. Let's hear what several of them had to say outside of the Husky locker room there in West Lafayette after the great victory by NIU over the Boilermakers of Purdue.
We've been so close. Finally, it's got to feel great to break through and win one against a Big Ten opponent.
It feels awesome. The first thing when that clock hit 0-0, I saw my fellow seniors, congratulated them, and just, it's been a long time, like you said, and it's a great feeling right now. We wanted to establish a run game. We wanted to keep their offense off the field. I think that was a key to our win, and we just had a great week of preparation. Our work team did a great job during the whole week, and we were pretty prepared.
Well, we knew coming into the game we had a nice game plan, you know, thanks to the coaches. You know, we had the players, you know, the players stepped up, you know, did what they had to do, and we played team defense today. We had a good spirit on the sideline. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew they were going to make a surge that second half, and we didn't back down. You know, we had to win the game. We weren't going to just sit there and, you know, hopefully they hand it to us. You know, we had to go out and win it, and I was just real proud of the team today.
Getting better. That's our motto every week. We got to improve what we did from the week before and correct what we did wrong. So we got to get better. Like you said, we knew we had a huge challenge with the Nations leading rusher against us, and that was our main goal, to stop him, and we did that pretty good today. We're not going to back down anybody. You know, we pride ourselves on playing hard. Like you said, we're smaller than most people, but that doesn't matter. We pride ourselves on playing hard and playing fast, and we're going to come every week and play hard.
I wanted to stay composed and just do what we do best, and that's something we stick to, you know, every game. Doesn't matter who we're playing, if it's Purdue or Western Illinois or Central Michigan. You know, we want to come out and just play our game, and I felt like we did a very good job of that. This is a time for us to enjoy, you know, this victory against Purdue, but I'm already thinking about Idaho and what we have to do to keep this thing rolling, and I expect us to win the last 8 games of the season, last 9 games of the year. So only good things ahead for NIU.
Well, you got to like that type of confidence, Coach. Only good things ahead for NIU, and some great things ahead here for Miko Brown. He was our player of the game last week, and he follows that up with a career game here against the Boilermakers. 26 rushes, that's a career high. 150 yards, that's a career high. He had that touchdown, and for his efforts, Miko was named the MAC West Offensive Player of the Week.
Well, I thought he really played well. I think that, you know, he had great vision. He made some plays with that vision. What I was excited about the most, he threw a couple key blocks, and that's important you know, to being a good running back, being a complete player. And even though he's small in stature, he's very strong and physical, and he can be a good blocker. So we were pleased with that too. So no question, his best all-around game, and we want him to continue to improve because he can improve.
You know, a great win by the Huskies, but as we alluded to earlier, Coach, you don't have a long time to celebrate because there's still a lot of football left to be played. And the next team coming in is the Vandals of Idaho. They, like the Huskies, enjoying some success. They're 2-1 here on the season. Their most recent game was a victory against San Diego State, a 34-20 score. San Diego State now coached by former Ball State coach Brady Hoke. So this is a pretty darn good Vandal team coming into Husky Stadium on Saturday.
No question, you don't get any no easy ones, and I feel like by the end of the year, they're going to be at the top of the WAC conference, and I compare them a lot to Louisiana Tech. They're a much improved team of what 2 years ago when the Huskies played them. Look at the film, it's a totally different football team. They're very aggressive. Their head coach is a defensive guy and does a great job. They're well coached, they're sound, got a talented quarterback, and so we'll be in for a war on Saturday. It'll be a great football game, and we're going to have to play well, and we're going to have to do it every week.
No doubt about that. At least we're playing them, not in the Kibbe Dome this time, out in Moscow, Idaho. We're playing them in the friendly confines at Husky Stadium. A 2:30 kickoff there at Husky Stadium in DeKalb. If you can't make it out to the game, you can listen to it on the Husky Radio Network, and then, of course, you can also listen to it and watch it online at niuhuskies.com. Coach, we want to wish you good luck against the Vandals of Idaho. We're going to bring in Landon Cox and Alex Kuba, but let's keep that momentum going, and we'll see the highlights here again next week right here on Inside Husky Sports.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Jerry Kill, the head coach of Northern Illinois Husky football. As we mentioned, we'll have two stalwarts from the NIU football team joining us, Alex Kuba and Landon Cox. This and more when Inside Husky Sports returns.
I'm a forensic scientist.
Top 67 wide drag. Men, we really got to get in them today. We're going to run 367 wide drag, ice cream soft. He's going to get here and we're going to scoop him. Q, you look him off. The V over the top. Swallow the frog now. Swallow it, hit the post and score. Now, has everybody got it? All right, let's go. Let's get after it.
Oh, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
NIU Husky football. No matter how you say it, there's only one way to experience it, live.
Welcome back to Fatty's Pub and Grill in DeKalb and Inside Husky Sports. I'm joined now by two members of the Northern Illinois football team that figured mightily in the decision last week at Purdue, the victory by the Huskies over the Boilermakers. We have Landon Cox, a junior wide receiver out of Calumet City, Illinois. And then we also, on the defensive side of the football, have Alex Kuba, a junior from Cary, Illinois. And Landon, I'm going to start off with you. Coach singled you out with your blocking ability. Now, you had two really nice catches in the game as well, but he singled out your blocking ability. And, one of the things as a wide receiver, you have to not only be able to catch the ball in traffic, you have to not only be able to go up and get it, you have to not only score touchdowns, but you got to be able to block downfield. And that's one of the reasons we've seen Nico break off some long runs here.
Yep, I think one of the things as far as our wide receiver coach stresses is blocking. That's sometimes overlooked when you play in the wide receiver position, and that's one thing we emphasize whenever we're practicing. That's one of the things we stress whenever we're doing our drills in practice. So we not only go out there to make plays with the ball, we try to make as many plays as we can without the ball, stringing our other counterparts free.
Now, Landon, what types of things have you seen this program do as far as growth? I mean, we've come so close so many times. That narrow loss up at Minnesota, the narrow loss at Tennessee last year, and then, of course, the narrow loss at Wisconsin. How much did that victory and the way that we won at Purdue mean to this program and mean to this team?
That meant a lot, to actually go up there and win at their place and finish. That was one of the main things that we had struggled doing, is finishing against teams like that. We hadn't won the Big Ten game in, 20-some odd years. And to go up there and actually finish one just meant a lot for the football team in the city of DeKalb and Northern Illinois University. We just want to continue to do that, win big games like that, and continue to make our mark, on the country.
Alex, you had a great job on the defensive side of the football. The whole defensive unit did a great job holding down the nation's leading rusher heading into the game, Ralph Bolden. What was the game plan in order to keep that high-powered Purdue offense under wraps?
We were going to stop the run. I mean, that was the key to winning on defense especially. And we were going to do whatever we had to do to stop the run. And that's what we focused on. That's what we were going to stop first. So that's why they were throwing it around a little short passes here and there, because that's what we gave them. But we needed to stop the run. He was the leading rusher, and everybody needed to do their job, and that's what we did. We each had a job, and no one tried to do too much. No one tried to be Superman. You had a responsibility, and you did that responsibility, and that's what we got it done.
I think one of the things that I was most impressed with, and we've seen it in all the games this year, is how physical the defense is playing. And I think, looking at the replay on the Big Ten Network the other night, I thought that, we out-physicaled Purdue. We out-physicaled them, and then the other thing that we've been doing all this year is playing fast, and that seems to be the new mantra of not only the defense, but the entire Husky football team.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Killick stresses that a lot, is that we need to play fast and we need to play hard. And with playing fast and playing hard is knowing what you have to do. And this is his second year in the program, and a lot of us, this is our second time doing this, so we know what we're doing on defense, so we're playing faster, and when you're playing fast, you can play physical. And I think that's really, we showed that yesterday, Saturday, that we are a physical football team, and that'll just get better from here on out as more confidence we get. So it'll just get better.
Landon, after a big win like that, some teams have a tendency maybe to relax a little bit and rest on their laurels, but as Coach mentioned, this is a very talented Idaho Vandals football team coming in here on Saturday. What do you guys have to do to refocus and get ready for the Vandals?
I tell you what, even though we won, there's still a lot of plays that we felt like we left out there on the field, and the coaches in meeting rooms, when we all had our meetings, made sure we knew that. And they can just continue to stick in our head, don't rest on your laurels, just continue to keep working. So we're going to go at this game just as hard, or if not harder, than we did Purdue, because we want to continue to win. We don't want to relax. There's no relaxation at all in practice and in meeting rooms, so we want to continue to do what we do so we can continue to win.
12 games in the season. We've got 9 more to go and maybe more. So Landon, congratulations on the victory. Good luck against the Vandals. Alex, congratulations. Go get Idaho this weekend. All right, Alex Kuba, Landon Cox. Thank you, gentlemen. 2 members of the NIU football team. Coming up next on the program, we will introduce you to our Scholar Athlete of the Week. This and more when Inside Husky Sports continues.
Hey Husky fans, shop online for all the latest Husky merchandise at niubookstore.niu.edu. We carry the best brands, gear, Jansport, Russell, Vantage, Zephyr, and more. Shop any of our 3 locations, the Home Student Center, the Convocation Center, and our newest location at the Barcema Alumni and Visitor Center. Open 3 hours before game time for every home game. For the best Husky gear, selection, and prices, stop by today or shop online at niubookstore.niu.edu. That's niubookstore.niu.edu.
College life is great, but aren't you sick of living in cramped spaces, lack of privacy, ramen noodles? At University Plaza, we can help. It's like a Chicago high-rise with a friendly family feel. From enjoying the pleasures of private bathrooms and a restaurant-style food court, to keeping fit in a fully equipped fitness center, to lounging in the pool or hot tub. Experience so much more for less than what you might think. If you've never been here, you owe it to yourself to check us out. University Plaza, big city atmosphere in the heart of NIU.
Thanks for sticking with us. Each and every week here on Inside Husky Sports, we recognize an outstanding student athlete of the NIU Athletic Department for not only their work on the field and on the courts of play, but also in the classroom. This week, we are recognizing an individual from the Northern Illinois Women's Soccer Program. She is Lisa Mayer, a senior from Orland Park, Illinois. Lisa is a physical education major. She has a 3.13 grade point average in that major, and she is recognized as a Husky Scholar in Northern's Academic Excellence Unit. Lisa had 2 goals in the Huskies' victory this past Friday when Northern Illinois knocked off Oakland, so she's doing a great job on the field and in the classroom. Lisa Mayer, our Husky Scholar Athlete of the Week. We're here each and every Monday at Fatty's Pub and Grill at 5:30 p.m. Please join us as we tape Inside Husky Sports, and we'll bring you the highlights of Northern Illinois Husky athletics action. So for head coach Jerry Kill, Alex Kuba, and Landon Cox, I'm Brad Hoey. Thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you again next time right here on Inside Husky Sports.
That former American League home run champ.
Everything's good.
You didn't have to face me.
Stacy and I thought it was Lou All's best game of the year.
You see Shane go in and score last night? He turnstile that guy.
I'm a basketball guy.
Comcast Sportsnet's all-star lineup.
Went crazy.
Now that's supposed to be. Down here, please.
And that's how the batting glove got started.
Fans just like you.
Hey, deep dish, big boy. Want some water?
Find all the greats on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. This year, the thrill returns to the hardwood as the Chicago Bulls ignite on the west side. Catch all the excitement in high def on one network, Comcast Sportsnet, bringing you the best pre- and post-game coverage with former NBA star Kendall Gill and CSN analyst Mark Shanowski.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome into Toyota Bulls Post-Game Live.
Plus, breaking news, locker room interviews, and live press conferences. There's no reason to miss any of your favorite team's coverage this season when you have Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Every weekday morning, wake up with the Monsters in the Morning.
When did you start slow down, the last year or two? Or?
Since I was about 6.
The Bears have been notorious, always strong defenses, run the football, and Jay's a thrower, so how that's going to mix, I don't know.
Traffic, weather, sports, and a whole lot of fun.
Back after these.
Monsters in the Morning, every weekday morning from 6 to 9 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
I'm like a big kid out there. Like, I really don't know what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say. I'm just so hyper. I'm just so happy to be out there with the guys.
And it's especially fun when Anthony Adams and the Bears are beating the defending world champion Steelers. Hi, everyone. I'm Lou Cadellis. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Bears Blitz, brought to you by International Trucks. My partner alongside, Dan Jiggets. Good afternoon, Dan.
Good afternoon, Lou.
Yesterday, we focused on the Bears offense. Today, the Bears defense and Jiggs. A D right now that ranks 5th in the NFL through 2 games.
Yeah, you know what? They've been playing really well. I know one of the things that Lovey's talked about, there are 2 things he's discussed that he really wants to see amped up a little bit, though. Number one, he wants to see more turnovers from his defense. And that's just a function of the way that he understands how he runs his football team. They create turnovers and give the offense more opportunities to score. The other thing that he wants to see tightened up in this ballgame against Seattle is productivity in third down situations. Seattle is awfully good on third down conversions,